In the Techshed 24 studio, I have Wynand from iTried. Wynand, welcome to Techshed. You are a founding member of Techshed 24, being one of the first people to sign up and join. What was your feeling when we first presented an opportunity? What did you think?
I think it was a very good opportunity, especially it being a freak event from the other event that's happening in Cape Town. We don't want to mention names just yet, but I think it's been a good idea because of the feat that we will get through and showcasing local South African companies and not just the international companies coming to South Africa to showcase their products. And I think it's important to note that we have a lot of local talent that cannot afford to go to places like the other event, not to be mentioned.
Yes.
But I think it's...
Look, I mean, one has to be fair. Africa Tech has its role. International players come. A lot of local businesses out there, offer fantastic services and don't necessarily get there. Yes, because budgets are constrained and it's not, I mean, it's not just the event. It's about everything around the event as well, travel and accommodation and all that kind of stuff. What was your experience of the first networking event? What did you think yesterday?
I think it was amazing. I think I met quite a few interesting people that came around yesterday. I mean, there's quite a lot of companies that joined us last night, and it was actually amazing. It was so nice to have all of the local talent coming to our event yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, what was interesting, I spoke to other guys as well, was that everybody was networking, everybody was talking, catching up, which was fantastic to actually see. Bernard, iTried has grown, from strength to strength. And we are in a venue, Workshop 17. Now, in Fusion SD-WAN, you are a reseller of Fusion SD-WAN.
Yes.
And Fusion SD-WAN is used in this venue itself, Workshop 17. So anyone, what sort of numbers are we seeing? In other words, on the peak here, how many thousand connected devices are in Workshop 17?
It's quite interesting because we, at any given time, we can reach up to like 2,000 devices on a day. On a very good day, and in our biggest spaces like the bank and in our new space, which is Hyde Park Corner, we reached up to about 2,800 devices recently.
So anybody who's out there who thinks Fusion SD-WAN is not capable, that's enterprise level stuff, right?
Yes, exactly.
And we're simply saying, because we've made, I think the real question, because we've made SD-WAN accessible, easy and automated to roll out to hundreds of sites, people automatically think, well, it's not capable of doing some of the amazing stuff that you're doing at Workshop 17.
I think as soon as you start trying this product and just have it in your space for like, even if it's for a month, then you'll immediately feel the difference in your network connectivity, because there's a lot of things that happen on your network, on your local network, that you cannot really control, like updates happening. And especially in a co-working space, it's very important to note that you cannot control what the device actually does. You have to control the internet and the internet portion out. And that's what made the Fusion SD-WAN product actually so brilliant for this type of environment and this type of setup.
Yes.
I mean, for any hotel, for any anyone actually in the hospitality industry, bring your own device type of...
Correct. So where you're having many connected devices, and essentially then makes it easier to manage that scenario. But one of the other features that you use a lot, which is the Antares portal and the Illuminate portal. I mean, SD-WAN, yes. Everybody will say, I know SD-WAN, because SD-WAN is not a product, it's an approach. You're using technology in different way. The way we apply it has delivered ease for many service providers to roll this out without retraining your entire team, without costly burden of more expensive resources. But the real thing to you is when you go in the portal, if there's an issue, you're able to get information that essentially makes you fix the problem quicker.
Correct, yes. And I think that helps quite a bit to have people like Ronald on standby. And if there's a problem and I can't fix it and I'm on the road, then I'll just WhatsApp Ronald and say, listen, Ron, please can you get onto it? Or if Ron's on the road, he'll WhatsApp me and say, listen, and I think that the Antares portal and the Illuminate portal actually gives you that much visibility on your network that you don't necessarily get while being around, having a MikroTik or whatever.
We spoke to a number of people yesterday. I mean, that one is a really strong, we've undersold it actually. We've undersold how good the portal is. And how you use it to effectively reduce costs, solve customer problems, have visibility both ends, from a network side in terms of, I don't know the stuff, I'm the accountant at Fusion, but I have learned something called packet loss, and I'm hearing you can identify jitter, and you can identify a new thing called latency. I thought there was some kind of underwear, but it isn't. It's an IT term. So those kinds of things, talk in network. But then on the other side, if you look at the users, you can get down to a device. In other words, you can figure out any individual device, what that device is doing, where they're surfing. Is there any security protocols that have been breached? Are VPNs being used? Literally, you can see a graphic representation of the traffic.
Yes, traffic identification, or in the lower terms, and I think the tech term is DPI, which is like a deep packet inspection, which is what it uses to capture all the data that it needs, and it can give you a very up to a very low level of data that you require to investigate what the actual issue is.
Correct.
Per device.
And then it makes a difference in you responding to a customer.
Correct, yes.
So iTried, tell us about iTried. What is iTried? I mean, other than being a top reseller of Fusion SD-WAN, you do a whole lot of other things. Talk to me about iTried and what iTried offers.
So iTried is a managed services provider. We build custom networking and custom networks for companies. And I think the main thing that we are in the Cape Town region building custom networks for hospitality industry, which is a very good. It's products that's not regularly available, or people are struggling and they don't have the budget actually to hire their own type of networking guy on a monthly basis, and that's where we step in. And we help people to build their networks or rebuild their networks into a better performance network per se. And we can see this year the reaction was quite good in terms of the new standards and stuff coming in for Wi-Fi, like Unify bringing out Unify 7 or Wi-Fi 6 on their Unify 7 Pro IPs, which actually helped quite a bit of, especially in the co-working industry like Workshop 17, it actually helped them quite a bit to expand the reach of what devices can log onto the network and how it can increase performance on their network.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed particularly here, you provided access, but there was a process to go through. You can effectively manage every single device that's here, and you'll know who logged on for our event, and you can control that. What you are in many locations, right? You can do Durban, Cape Town. I even see you doing work in Mauritius. I mean, look, I don't somehow I don't get the invite to go and do an install in Mauritius, but you do.
But you're the accountant.
Yeah, well, I got to do it. As far as I'm concerned, there must be some billing questions that I can sort out. I can meet the creditor ladies, you know. So as far as I'm concerned, there is a role for finance in this whole in the technology world. Savannah, thank you very much for joining us at Techshed and being a founding member. We're looking forward to hosting you next year.
Yes,
I think we've got some exciting news from some of the other guys we got feedback from people who are wanting to join next year.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll be with us as well. And thank you for all your help, because Wynand, as a founding member, was also assisting in the background to a lot of the work that was done here. So thank you very much.
I set up your banners.
He did. The Fusion site was set up by Wynand, so it's more than just IT technology and networks. It's event setup. Can include that. Fantastic. Thank you, Wynand, and all the best to you.
Thanks, Kirthesh.
Okay.